York City to a brand new edition of Evan and Tiki. We got a lot to get to. We are 1 week away from the NFL trade deadline. What will the Giants do and not do? What will the Jets do and not do? We have a brand new edition of Posted and Toasted, and Woody Johnson explains if he's a good owner or not. But last night is a case study on modern-day sports viewing. Most people listening, I would say 80% of the people listening, did not watch the final innings of a classic World Series game. There are people, I can name three of them, Tommy Lugauer, myself, and Boomer Esiason, who hung in there and watched all 18 innings of that gem. But many people, the supermajority of people, did not. But they were able to wake up, see the highlights, watch a condensed game, and everyone's got an opinion. And it scares me that it is so easy to watch sports the next day that there's zero motivation to stay up and watch a live classic in real time.
Only if you are a diehard, you'll stay up and watch it. I had every intent to watch this game last night, and I did watch a majority of it. But after, 11:15, I'm done, dude. My body is just saying, go to sleep. And my wife is saying, get in bed. So I'm now watching Law & Order SVU, and the game is an afterthought. Whatever happens shall happen, and I'll figure it out in the morning. Little did I know that I would wake up, and it was the greatest game in the history of the postseason. At least that's how people described it.
Do you have any remorse that you missed this live? And I asked that to the entire audience, because I'm sure there are people out there who are like, damn it, I wish I was up and knew.
Yes, I do. The beauty of media these days, and in particular what I've become very fond of, is YouTube, because you can find anything.
Correct.
If I wanted to watch the whole game, I could find it. They have condensed games put out by MLB, so I watched the whole thing. I ended up just going back to the beginning and watching the 33-minute condensed version of what I missed in the latter innings of that game. And I was as riveted as if I was watching it, just not getting the ground out, the pop out. Like, all that stuff is taken out. It's just the important moments, the game-ending strikeouts, all that stuff, the Ohtani walks, the Ohtani's 4 for 4, including the 2 home runs, the Freddie Freeman driving the ball deep every time. You just kind of felt like he was going to be the guy because how hard he was hitting the ball. But rewatching it, I still kind of felt like I was watching it.
Nah, you missed everything. You missed everything. I'm going to tell you one thing.
Missed some things, but not everything.
So one thing that you missed, and again, it's 80% of the audience. I understand it. It's also like illogical to stay up until 2, 3 a.m. when you got to wake up early in the morning. I understand it. But Tommy was watching it. I was watching it. And the most riveting part of last night's game, in my opinion, was Tom Verducci telling us that Dave Roberts may go to a position player. Tommy, did that not make you, like, whoa?
Yeah, that to me was like, I didn't see that swerve coming, which would have been an absolute abomination, by the way.
Because it's conceding, right?
It's punting a World Series game.
Right.
You can't have that. It would have been ridiculous. But it was a great storyline to keep you intrigued. Like, oh, boy, are we going to see the left fielder come in and pitch?
There was 25 minutes of just pure holy crap. Is Dave Roberts going to do that? And then Tom Verducci comes back on the TV and says, Yamamoto just went to Dave Roberts and said, give me the baseball. And Dave's like, okay. And Yamamoto's warming up. Like, that drama that you got in real time at 2 o'clock in the morning cannot be reproduced by a YouTube video.
Yeah, no, the YouTube didn't even give that side of it. They didn't give the position player thing or they showed Yamamoto warming up like, oh, they might go to Yamamoto. And then it was like 4 seconds and then it was right back. It was right back to the game. So you missed the drama of that. But I almost don't even care because it was all the buildup and then how it ended was what made it so interesting and enticing. And I'm not a diehard, so I don't care. I'm not a diehard Dodger or Blue Jays fan, so who wins doesn't really matter to me. And I'm not even a diehard baseball fan. So just knowing that it was epic was enough for me.
Well, I will tell you a story. So this is tied for the longest extra inning game in World Series history. It tied a game in 2018, Game 3, Dodger Stadium. Does this all sound familiar? Mm-hmm. Dodgers, Red Sox. And I will admit, I fell asleep. I did not see that game live. And when I woke up the next morning, and I was doing middays at the time, so maybe that had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. When I woke up the next morning and I saw 18 in that little abbreviated comment, 18 innings, I threw up. I was so disgusted with myself that I didn't get to see the 18 innings live. So last night,
why?
Because I missed it. Because you can watch all the videos you want. You don't experience the drama of the live. And so last night, after the Nets got assaulted by the Rockets, and after the Kansas City Chiefs blew away the Commanders, eventually it was close. They pulled away late. I was watching the game. I was not scoring the game. I was watching the game. I was watching it in the bed with my wife right next to me. And it was the commercial break going into the bottom of the 8th inning. All of a sudden, the eyes got heavy, and I passed out. And all of a sudden, I get a poke on the stomach, and it's my wife. Honey! I'm like, what is going on? She points at the TV. She says, are you watching this? Because the TV is still on. And what have I told you? When you're done with the TV, shut it off. So I glance at the TV, and I see 11th inning. And at that point, I pop up and say, I'm watching it, honey. I don't know what you're talking about. And from that moment on, I didn't go to sleep because I was afraid. I didn't go to sleep because I didn't want to miss history.
Right.
And so I ended up staying up for the next 7 innings watching that. And it was worth it. I'm on no sleep today, but it was worth it. So, Tiki, I feel bad for you.
I'm glad
Sean,
I slept.
I feel bad for you. And everyone in the audience, I get why you went to sleep. I almost fell asleep.
I'm glad I slept.
But watching sports the next day, it ain't the same, especially when you know the results.
Yeah, but that's fine. But see, I think it's a mentality. You have this I have to see it live mentality. I don't. If you spoiled a movie for me, what's the next big movie coming out, whatever it is, if you told me exactly what happened, I would still have a desire to watch it. I would not care that it was spoiled and I knew it would happen. By the way, half the time I'm watching these documentaries that I don't know the actual story of, I'll look it up while I'm watching the movie. I'll look up what the hell happened. I'm like, all right, what the hell happened to this person? Oh, okay. So I don't mind it being spoiled. I like seeing just great things happen no matter what the timeline is I saw it. I don't need it in real time.
So you feel the next day watching Ohtani get intentionally walked 4 times in a row and then intentionally walked.
Yes.
And the 2 home runs, the game tire in the 8th inning, Freddie Freeman's home run, Will Smith's near miss, all that. You feel like, yeah, I consumed it. I'm good.
Yes. I feel like I know what happened, and I could give it an impassioned, if I needed to, understanding of that game.
Wow. Do you feel that way, Sean? You're a diehard sports fan who prides himself in watching everything. Do you feel like you saw the game by just watching highlights the next day?
So I do, but 15 years ago,
but it's not highlights. I'm not watching like a 3-minute highlight. it's a 34-minute remake of it.
Evan, you should be one to talk. You're Mr. I'm not in real time and real emotion, DVR, put my phone down on silent.
That's different, though, because I'm consuming the game in it, like, without knowing the result and watching every bit happen as if it is live.
Yeah, look.
It's far different than waking up in the morning, because here's how 90% of our listeners discovered last night. 90%, I think, is a fair number. I even put out a poll out earlier just to see how many people hung in there the entire time. You woke up and you checked your phone. Oh, what happened in the baseball game? You see the final score, you see it went 18,
right?
And then either you're like, wow, that's crazy, and you go on with your day, or you then watch the condensed game, like you said, just to get the details. That's not experiencing something on DVR where you don't know the result. That's far different.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, 10 years ago, me who I was would kick my ass today if they found out I went to sleep on that. But the world has changed, man. It just has changed. Now, that being said, it's also a product of the sport and the series. If I knew that a champion could have been crowned, am I punching myself and going, no, you're staying awake and doing this? Yes. I knew no matter what by going to bed, there was going to be another baseball game tonight. That who knows? What if that game goes 18 innings?
What if this was the Super Bowl? If this was a one-off?
I'm staying up.
You're staying up.
I'm staying up. What if tonight goes 18 innings, Evan, and all these people that are exhausted, your body's going to go through that again?
Yes.
Me, Tiki, you're well rested, ready to go.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the second part.
I'll still probably fall asleep.
It's actually still not a deciding game.
No,
So.
I am preparing myself now to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, because I don't want to miss it now. In fact, tonight I'm scoring the game. I'm not messing around. I didn't score last night's game, which I'm actually devastated by. I don't have those 18 innings in my book. I mean, what a miss in life.
Were you scoring?
No.
At all?
No, because I made a decision between the Nets game being on and Monday Night Football. It was too much, and it's a game 3. To Sean's point, I'll score game 4. It's only the Knicks. I'll score game 5. There's no NBA. There's the Nets talk.
Just to reiterate, the Nets lost by 30 and the Chiefs won by 3 touchdowns.
Did the Nets get relegated to the WNBA?
No, and that's why I was devastated. As I was watching the 14th inning, what made me sick was I didn't have my book out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God, I would have everything in front of me, all the pinch runners, George Springer getting hurt, all the pitching changes. Like, I was actually a mess for 2 hours.
By the way, when we did our What Are You Watching at the end of the show last night, that's exactly what I said.
The World Series.
No, the Chiefs are going to destroy the Commanders.
Oh, you did say that,
And the Nets are going to get blown out of the water.
Yeah, you got that
There's
right.
only one game to watch.
No, you were right.
It was the Dodgers.
And you didn't even watch it because you went to sleep.
I watched half of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
What were you going to say now?
No, I said your guy, Evan Roberts, said has dedicated his life to scoring games. Last night was the Mona Lisa of scoring games, and you didn't take the book out. And you got your wife poking you. I thought at first it was for something else.
No.
It's because this game was on and you fell asleep.
I know. No, but I feel better that I woke up and watched it. But no, I didn't score the game. And here's what makes it worse. I didn't score Game 3 Dodgers-Red Sox in 2018 also, which is the other Mona Lisa of scoring games. And by the way, because history matters, in 2018, also a Game 3, also at Dodger Stadium, also won on a leadoff home run in the bottom of the 18th on a 3-2 pitch. Then it was Max Muncy. Now it was Freddie Freeman. Need I remind everybody that was the only game the Dodgers won in that series? They ended up losing in 5 to the Red Sox.
No, I didn't.
So anyone saying, oh, that's a backbreaker, the Blue Jays can't possibly win tonight because of yesterday, what about 2018? That was the only freaking game the Dodgers won in the entire series.
The Blue Jays are scrappy, too.
They're scrappy. They're scrappy SOBs. All I know is, Tiki Barber, Sean Morash, you may not admit it. You are making sure you're up tonight because you don't want to miss a damn thing after the classic from last night.
Well, I mean, it's Ohtani. If Ohtani's pitching, now I have to see this. I've already now decided he's the best baseball player I've ever seen because of what happened last night. And this led to a discussion with me and Sean regarding one Aaron Judge, which we'll get into later. But I have to watch Shohei Ohtani.
Pitch and hit.
Pitch and hit.
Yeah. Man, I get that.
Like, if he's pitching, do you still pitch away from him? Like, seriously, if he's exerting himself trying to get your guys out, are you still scared that he's going to go yard on you every single time?
Yeah, you got to treat him like the superstar he is.
So he's going to have a 7-inning, 9 strikeout, 1-run outing, and then walk 4 times?
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
Can I tell you why that's actually brilliant? I'll never forget, I was listening to a post-game interview of Turk Wendell back in 1999 after the Mets played the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Mets beat up Roger Clemens that night. So it wasn't 1999, then it was probably 1997 because he was still on the Blue Jays. So let's move it back a few years just to be accurate. And Roger Clemens ended up getting hit by the Mets. And they asked Turk Wendell after the game, like, hey, what happened? What was the key to getting to Roger Clemens? He's like, well, we put him on base a few times, made him run around, and it wore him out. So put Ohtani on base, make him run around the bases a little bit, wear him out.
Oh, that's actually brilliant.
Thank you. It was all from Turk Wendell 27 years ago.
I mean, was he being facetious or real?
I think he was being facetious, but why the hell not?
Look, he's not sitting in the dugout with a jacket over his arm and a heating pad. He's standing out on first base.
That's right.
Just kind of chilling.
Yeah. And maybe running first to third on a base hit the right field. Like, that may actually be the way to wear down the unwear-downable. Could be a good strategy.
That is kind of genius.
You like that one?
I like that.
Yeah, 27.
Especially when Ohtani's pitching.
The other thing about Shohei Ohtani I do want to bring up was the great Al Dukes. Like, listen, there was a time in which Mike and the Mad Dog would say something, and it would become a topic for the next couple of days. They would set the tone around here. Nowadays, I think we all take turns with that. Sometimes Tiki says something, sets the tone for a week. Sometimes Boomer says something, sets the tone for a week. Al Dukes has set the tone at this radio station.
Malaki Corley.
Because this morning, that's right, I stayed up till 3 a.m. watching a baseball game and was also up at 5 a.m. to listen to Al Dukes and Jerry Recco, one of my favorite shows on WFAN.
What is wrong with you, dude?
Al made a point about Shohei Ohtani, and I want you guys to listen to this because you've probably already heard people debating it. It came from Al. And Al's not even like a sports fan, but that's what makes him great. Because some of the things he says is just, he's like basic when it comes to sports. I see this, I react to this.
Lowest common denominator. Everybody can relate and understand it.
Yes, it feels like we're insulting Al, but I'm not. I'm putting him over. I can't relate to that because I'm such a sports geek. Listen to Al's simplistic point about walking Shohei Ohtani, and it's taken over because everyone wants to talk about it now.
Is this what baseball wants, though? Walking Ohtani 4 times intentionally?
No, you don't. But
so
I mean,
why do we allow it?
Well, if you're the Blue Jays, what would you do?
No, I'm saying, why does it, like Rob Manfred has got to eliminate intentional walks?
How about that? Al Dukes suggesting that the commissioner of baseball eliminates intentional walks. Your thoughts, Tiki?
No, I mean, there's ways around it. you just throw him 4 pitches out of the zone. Like, he's not going to swing at him. Or maybe he does. Maybe he Barry Bonds it and, like, chases it just because he's tired of you walking him all the time. You can't eliminate intentional walks. It's there for the saving of the arm for the starting pitcher or relief pitcher or whoever's on the mound. But it's strategy. It's if you have a bad hitter, and the Dodgers don't. Mookie Betts is not a bad hitter.
That's the crazy part. They're intentionally walking him to get to a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He also hasn't had a great series. So.
No, I know.
And so it's like, all right, I'd rather deal with Mookie Betts.
Right.
And then they later in the game he walked both of them.
Yes.
He walked Ohtani and then Betts. So it's a strategy that you have to allow managers to use. You have to.
I thought about this 12 years ago. While I was the commissioner of once called Twitter Baseball, we had some really good hitters, including a guy by the name of Alberto. Alberto was unbelievable. Nobody wanted to face Alberto. So they started to intentionally walk Alberto. And Alberto said, is there anything you can do? And I said, let me think about it. And I went into the lab and I thought about it. All right, how do we have a rule?
You take a pen and a pad?
I took a pen and a pad. I went in the bathroom. I had many thoughts about how to ban the intentional walk. And I came up with this 12 years ago, and I'm going to repeat it now for Al Dukes and anyone else who wants to talk about this on Sports Talk Radio. You can't ban it. It's impossible.
Of course it is.
Because I tried the rule of you could defer it.
What does defer mean?
You ready?
What?
The batter can say, no, I'm not going to first base.
I'm not taking the first base?
Correct.
Oh, he can deflect it.
He can defer the walk. He can say, I'm not going to first base. Keep pitching to me. And so I tried that. I swear to God, I tried this in Twitter Baseball where sluggers were able to say, I'm not taking a walk. I refuse to. I defer it. Albert Bell tried to do it many years ago. Here's the problem, because you may say, well, that's a great idea, Evan. You just solved baseball.
I mean, it kind of is.
It's not. Because then the pitcher says, okay, and continues to throw ball 4.
Oh, got it.
So we're waiting for either the batter to say, screw it, I'm just going to take first base.
Right.
Or this exercise will continue. There is no way to eliminate the intentional walk. You can try. You can think of dumb ideas, but I'm telling you, there's holes in all of them. This is a part of the sport. It's a part of baseball. Babe Ruth was intentionally walked. Not as much as Bonds and Ohtani, but he was intentionally walked. Barry Bonds, of course, set all kinds of records for being intentionally walked. Aaron Judge is intentionally walked. It's baseball. So what I say to Al, not really to Al, because I don't think he even cares. I think it's more just an idea.
Yes.
I say, tough crap. Walks are in baseball. Deal with it.
Let me throw a dumb idea out there for you. All right, don't get rid of the intentional walk, but how about penalties for the intentional walk? Meaning, all right, you give Ohtani 1 free pass. The next one, he gets second base. The third one, he gets third base. I'm serious. That way, you know what?
What if you just walk him regularly? Like you face him, but you watched the game. So for those that didn't, in Ohtani's last at bat,
correct.
They faced him. And 4 pitches were out of the strike zone. They were splitters in the dirt. And Ohtani almost swung at the first one. Checked his swing, all good. And the next 3 were out of the strike zone. What's that? What would you do with that?
I guess it's like in basketball when you're blatantly, hacking a Shaq or hacking a
Was that blatant?
Yes, but it wasn't blatant like putting 4 fingers up. So that's where you wouldn't get penalized.
But that last at bat.
No, it was an unintentional intentional walk.
So you think that was blatant?
Meaning they didn't want to pitch to him.
I understand, but you're saying that would be a penalized walk?
No, that would be a way around it. So that would be a loophole in what I'm suggesting.
Thank you.
It's gutless, first of all, to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. To me, you have to find a way to get around where you're taking the start. Could you imagine if the ball got taken out of Patrick Mahomes' hands in football? There'd be an outrage. That's what you did last night. You didn't get to see in this epic game Ohtani hit. The guy could have went and got a snack. He's the DA. Wasn't playing for the entire game.
But you know what it did? And I agree with what the Blue Jays did. What they said was there's a better chance of us putting a guy on base, which increases the opportunity of the Dodgers to score. We feel better about getting these other great hitters out with a guy on base versus facing a guy who had 2 doubles and 2 home runs. So their strategy is sound, and unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, am I going to sit here and say it's entertaining? It's not entertaining, but it's baseball. And I know that if I had a great player, and I think the Mets do have some great players, clearly the Yankees have a great player in Aaron Judge, when those guys get intentionally walked, I tip my hat and said, you're damn right, you should. He's that great. So I get the idea and I get the frustration. I respect where Al is coming from. But tough luck. This is baseball, and we got to live with it.
Susan?
Tough luck. Yeah, that's a new one. Tough luck. It's baseball, Susan. But what a night. Did you miss anything if you missed this game? If you're listening right now, do you regret that you are well slept for your day of work, or would you rather be drooling all over yourselves, imagining weird things, but you got to see an 18-inning baseball game? We'll get to your calls next, 888-808-1019. A lot of football to get to as well.